a bit crazy. It was all calm, just sat here quietly, and then whoosh, 30 knots, and I was doing 7 downwind. Ooh, didn't broach, but as you can see, a lovely June sort of horrible looking day. And of course it never looks quite as grey and nasty on camera as it actually is, but well, full oilies and hats and 3 layers on underneath already. Whew. And we're still about 800, 900 miles from the UK, so we'll be like Teletubbies in a minute. But other than that, seems to be quieting down now, and super duper. It's got the kettle on.
This is the evening of the 6th day at sea. It's been wonderfully uneventful. It's been a nice day. It's been sunny today, which makes a nice change for this trip. And now we're just going into the evening. It's about 8 o'clock. The sun is over there. That's what the evening looks like. It's rather lovely. It's been a good day. Everything's going nice and smooth. Let's hope it stays that way.
Good morning from Sailing Nova Vita. It's a bit of a chilly one. Friday the 12th of June. Out in the middle of the North Atlantic, heading from Tessera to UK somewhere. Aiming for Plymouth, but we'll see. It's a bit grey. Still got all the oils on, and I've actually got jump on as well, because it's a bit, mind you, it is only 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm just about to finish my watch. John's still asleep. He's probably got about half an hour to go, and then he'll take over. Might have some breakfast before we go to sleep, but we'll see. The conditions are very calm, as you can see. I'll show you. Full head sail, third reef mained. Still got our Portuguese courtesy flags up, so we'll take those down soon. But it's a combination that works well for us overnight. This sail setup works well overnight, so why change it? It works well. Don't have a lot of wind overnight. It's been between sort of 5 and 12 knots, so not much, but we're making way, we're making progress, and we're sailing towards a destination. So all is good. There's been no other sightings of any other vessels at all overnight. There was one ship yesterday that passed in front, but nothing at all. Very, very quiet at the moment. I'm sure we'll get into the shipping channels very shortly when the booglies will have to be on stalks. But nice quiet. This might give you an idea of where we are. That's us, the little dot there. UK, this is France, and this is the Bay of Biscay. And we've come up from down there. And heading this way. Not a great deal of speed, but it's enough overnight. And considering there's only 10.7 knots of wind, I don't think that's bad, really.
It's the 12th of June. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. We've got very light airs, 6 knots of wind. So we're just drifting along very, very slowly. It's a bit grey, overcast, as you can see. It looks really odd because we've got a triple reefed mainsail and no head sail out, and you would think, oh, get all your canvas out. No, because the slight rolling just flogs everything, and it's trying to, feels like it's trying to tear the rig down every time it bangs and crashes. So we haven't got anywhere to be, and it's beautiful out here. So if it takes us an extra 2 days or 3 days, that's how long it takes. Might be nice to see the sun though, because this is the 7th day and we've had sun for half of one of them, maybe 3/4 of one of them. But we're back to this miserly, foggy thing. But it's very peaceful out here. Very peaceful. Apart from that, I took the opportunity to have a good wash and change of everything, and I'll get some nice food on the go, because it's always best to stock up the reserves, I think, when you're in a quiet patch, because you never know when you're going to be living off chocolate biscuits and coffee and the weather gets bad again. So it's always nice to have your decent meals, cook your decent meals when you can, and drink tea, lots of tea or coffee. That's why we don't have the full sail up, because the impacts on the rig are just horrible. I think it's how we might have the slamming over of the sail, I think might have been what broke the inner forestay when we were crossing the Atlantic, because we had a couple of really bad ones, and my fault, I didn't put a preventer on. Not a mistake I'm going to make again. Friday the 12th of June still. The conditions have changed. The wind has shifted over towards the southeast and east, so now we are beating into it, but it has improved the weather, so now we're going upwind, still with the third reef in the main, 2 in the head sail. We're chugging along at just under 5 knots, and it's very comfortable on board. How about that for a lovely bit of sailing? We're 700 miles from Plymouth, on a pretty good course. We've got to bounce off a couple of different weather systems on the way. We've got a weather system, or a bit of weather coming in from Biscay direction, which we're heading into now, and then we've got some southwesterlies coming up, which should be, if all goes well, the ones that take us into Plymouth in 6 days' time. Wind vane's working perfectly. Very happy. Ooh, bit gloomy over there, we've just come through that. It's raining a bit, so we've just come through the rain, hence the full oilies. We bought this Lomo gear to test it out on this passage, and so far it hasn't disappointed. It's very comfortable, it's warm, it's dry, does exactly what it should do. So big shout out to Lomo. No, we're not sponsored by them in any way, not affiliated with the company. We're just really impressed with their products. So have a look, check them out. Lomo. That's where they came from. Really good kit so far. Haven't been any problems in the cold, the wet, the rain, the wind. Really good. Really pleased so far.
I'm making tea again. And biscuits.
You know what it's like on board Nova. Plenty of tea. Still the 12th of June. The conditions continue to change. This is one of the systems that we were expecting to come along. This one's coming up from the southeast, so we're using it to get a bit more east because we need to get east because of the next one that's coming in from the southwest, apparently. So we've got 3 reefs in the main and we've got 3 reefs in the head sail. The wind is doing this, so we are beating into that much wind.
And we've just had hot dogs for tea. Yummy, yum.
There's me doing a proper sailing one.
I know, but you have to have a bit of fun as well. Yeah, so it's a bit lumpy bumpy every now and then, but it's okay. Still grey. But we cheered ourselves up with some hot dogs, onions and sauce, and it was lovely.
Every so often it really calms down and then it just goes completely nuts again. So we've left the reefs in because otherwise it would just be silly. Yeah, it would be too exhausting to keep taking them in and putting them out. Ugh. So as you can see at the moment, it's dead calm.
15 knots.
15 knots of wind and dead calm, and then it goes howling up to 20 odd, and these wind blown waves, which are not the westerly Atlantic swell, they get really steep and choppy and we splashing all over the place, but you probably can't see shit. Probably looks as flat as a pancake. Yeah. So we've got this for about another 8 hours or 3 days, depending which forecast you look at. Yeah. So it's either 8 hours or 3 days of this. That depends what forecast.
We'll see. It'll do what it does, and we're here. So that's all we can do.
And we are less than 700 miles from Plymouth now.
Oh yes. Oh yes. So.
Yay. Saturday the 13th of June 2026. After a wet, cold, foggy night, I think we might actually see some warmth today. Just having a cup of coffee, watching the sunrise and enjoying, just pootling along very slowly here, waiting for the southwesterlies to fill in, which should be later today. It's amazing out here.
Well, look at this. The sun. What's that? Yes. Lovely. It's actually lovely to see the sun. I'm sat still in my oilies because I'm kind of drying them all out, getting everything all dry. Life jacket all ready because it's usually a bit damp and overnight, so it's just lovely to dry everything out from the inside out. And I've got cushions drying. You can see the wind there. Not very many, but it's very flat, and we're making about 2.5 knots, so we're moving in the right direction, which is perfect. We have a full mainsail. No, we don't. No, we don't. What am I talking about? We have a full head sail and a reefed mainsail. That's better. Not tired much. And just poddling along. We're on the rum line now that heads to Plymouth. It's beautiful. It's warming up, thank goodness, because last night was very cold, very damp. Had to break out the hot water bottle. can just about see. There's us heading along this line. And if I scroll, oh, there we go. France, UK. We're heading in the right direction. Well, it's about 8 o'clock in the evening. We've had some tea and we've no wind. So you can probably hear that the motor is on, the engine's on, and we're motoring to find some wind. We've checked the latest forecast and unfortunately we're in the blue patch on the weather forecast, a patch of no wind, or put it this way, not enough wind for us to use. There's about 4.5 knots. So engine on and we're just motoring along. It will fill in, we know it's going to come, it's just when. So still a bit dull and grey, not quite got to the damp stage yet, which is good. I'm on watch, John's taking a few hours to top up the sleep, and we're just sort of waiting. Not even enough to flap the hair around, so not enough to move the boat. The sun won't be going down for a few hours yet, but haven't seen it much. This afternoon it clouded in. After a nice morning, it clouded in. I guess it's over there somewhere. See, it's there somewhere, but just can't quite see it. Be nice, but hey, never mind. So we'll just get ready for the night and see what happens. It's a little bit later, the conditions are still the same, no wind, very flat, still under engine, and here's the sun going down. It's the first time I've seen this in 8 days of passage, because it's always been too grey to see. So, good night everybody from Sailing Nova Vita.